Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I can blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track, but we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag.
What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, Atlantic Records is currently under fire. People are speculating, putting out evidence, showcasing the fact that they've been boosting and adding bots to their artists' music videos and releases on YouTube, man. Now, of course, J. Cole a while back told y'all that folks was out here using the machine, and he said he was going to pay to get the machine. Schoolboy Q made some jokes about it, so it's not like it's new information. I mean, I think Vice did a whole special with Michael K. Williams before he passed, where they showed how artists was boosting their plays on Spotify and on these different platforms, paying people to get in streaming farms and stuff like that. They had been putting this information out there, but I think a lot of people in the general public were pretty much ignoring this information or just not trying to be privy to it, because of course the music industry is very complex. It's not something that everybody can speak about in an educated fashion, even though Twitter makes it seem like it's easy. Now we're getting more information from people like Adam 22 from No Jumper, DJ Academics, people that are in the culture that are, you know, of course, pillars in their own way. Not to say that I really follow them that closely, but when they speak, people listen. They're putting out screenshots of these different YouTube videos for artists like Lil Uzi Vert, Roddy Ricch, A Boogie, Don Toliver, etc., that are all signed to Atlantic Records. And they're basically saying that this is how Atlantic is basically promoting their artists, or at least making the public believe that they're promoting their artists, because as you know, Atlantic is a subsidiary under Warner Music Group, just went public, I think back in 2020 or 2021, don't quote me. I do know this because I actually invested in the Warner Music stock. So let's get into the specifics and the details and try to break this thing down as much as I can without taking all day. So the first thing I'm gonna do is pull up these little tweets from DJ Academics where he's going out of his way to basically expose this information. He says, damn, Atlantic Records went from being hella lit a few years ago to being shit. They literally threw in the towel on marketing and promoting their artists. They just buying wild amounts of fake views, which making their artists look even worse. He says all the smart marketing folks and A&Rs left Atlantic, all headed for capital by the top of 2023. So all of their top executives and people in the building are going to capital pretty much. Atlantic artists Yak, which is Kodak Black, of course, and YB Youngboy are also headed for capital. That's going to be interesting to see if that prediction comes to fruition. Atlantic said F it after Warner Music Group went public. See, I was just talking about that. They trying to save money to look good for investors, but their artists are losing. I heard after WMG announced this IPO, several execs were up for some damn near 9-figure digit paydays, which helped incentivize labels like Atlantic Records to be cheap as fuck. Rely on old catalog rather than keep spending to push or promote new music. Profit makes stock prices increase, right? So the more profitable they are, the higher that their stock value goes up, because more people are going to want to be invested in the company. So they're not putting out the same amount of marketing dollars because, of course, artists are not as profitable as they used to be. So they're not going to have that same ROI. And of course, when the investors start looking at all the data, they might pull back on how much they want to invest in a company or pull out, period. Say all that to say, I pray for the rest of you niggas still on Atlantic Records, unless you like top priority, which probably like 2 to 4 artists. Big facts. And you got to understand, man, what they did to artists like Lupe is not an isolated case. You see T.I., he was with Atlantic for what, 10, 12 years, something like that. T.I. is now an independent artist, left them. I think his last project came out on Empire. Why did he leave? Got to be a reason. I mean, if they did good business for 12 years, most artists don't leave the nest unless something ain't right or something on the other side of the pasture that's going to look better than what they're being offered. Just my take on it. Another Twitter account named Kirko says Atlantic Records under fire after fans discovered blatant view botting and bot comments on their artists' recent music videos. Again, Don Toliver, Lil Uzi Vert, Roddy Ricch, A Boogie, and they got screenshots showing you all these bots in the comments that are just putting emojis, not really saying that they like the music, just basically putting up fake engagement to stimulate the algorithm and make it look like more people are tuning in than they actually are. This Don Toliver video here, it has nearly 8 million views, but it has 89,000 likes, and it was just posted a couple of days ago. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying that a lot of these views and these likes are from bot accounts. He ain't really buzzing like that. No shot to Don Toliver. I don't know what his fan base looks like, but this is what the people are speculating. I'm just giving y'all what I'm seeing on social media. And they did the same for A Boogie, Roddy Ricch, and Lil Uzi Vert. So this is yet another situation where the music industry is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, giving you the smoke and mirrors, making you feel like these artists are bigger than they actually are. A lot of people, you know, just made fun of Sweetie over the last couple of days because her album only sold 2,000 copies, streaming equivalent. And when you go on her Spotify, I think she's only getting about 8 million plays per month. I don't know if that was an increase from her other plays, because I went on there maybe 2-3 days after the project came out, so you would think it would have started catching up by then, but it was only around 8 million plays per month. So normally when an artist releases a new project, that would scale upwards. But I think the final frontier on what all of this is telling us is that music is not being valued in the same way that it used to be, right? Now, for some people like Lil Russell, selling 2,000 to 3,000 copies is very good because he did everything out of his crib. He's got his own studio. He's got his own team of people that are shooting his content. He's shooting his own content. He made a sound stage and a pergola in his backyard. So he's doing concerts at his own house and having people come be a part of that. They're paying, you know, offer-based tickets. So you could pay $1 or you could pay $1,000. And like, I think that's a business model that's smart for artists with a dedicated fan base because it's all profit at that point. But when you go to a label and you're getting the same results as an artist that's doing everything themselves, it kind of looks bad on your part, and it also looks bad on the company that you signed to, because the whole point of getting with them was to get some money and to have that mainstream appeal that everybody wants. You want to be a star. You want to look like a star. However, in 2022 going into 23, the curtains are being peeled back. And if y'all think that the curtain is just being peeled back on numbers and things like that, just wait till the real stuff start getting out there as far as the reality of what we living in this world. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the video to get into all that, but just think about it a little bit, man. If these artists and these labels could be exposed for something like this, so blatant, bots. I mean, this was a conversation a few years ago with like Instagram followers and Twitter followers as well. So it's not new information, but if this starts to become the standard of like really peeling back the layers of like all of the falsehoods that are going on, a lot of people gonna come out on the losing end. That's all I'm gonna say. At this point, it's time for y'all to let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Please go ahead and hit that like and share, you know what I mean? Share this video with somebody. And if this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification bell for all updates. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.